Good morning. This is KELOLAND on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
Zachary Katarabek, who's listed on the Huron School District's website as a middle school teacher, faces charges of sexual exploitation and solicitation of a minor.
According to court papers, Katarabek admitted he communicated with minors on Snapchat and sent them 4 pictures of his penis after the child told him she was a minor.
Katarabek has been placed on unpaid administrative leave. He's scheduled to be in court in January when he'll have to respond to the charges.
In Aberdeen, 2 people were taken to a local hospital after a shooting blocks east of O.M. Tiffany Elementary School. Police were called to the home around 11 o'clock Tuesday morning. Authorities say officers found someone with an apparent gunshot wound.
They also learned that a second person had ran from the scene. Authorities say they were later found by a state trooper 10 minutes away from the scene with an apparent gunshot wound. Police say there is no threat to the public.
This happened in the same area of a shooting 3 months ago. On September 10th, officers found a 20-year-old man with multiple gunshot wounds.
A 38-year-old man is facing charges accused of crashing into a motel early Tuesday morning. Just before 3 a.m., Sioux Falls police were called to the area of Russell and West.
Police say the pickup was traveling at a high rate of speed when it went through the intersection and crashed into the building. Officers say the driver tried to walk away, but they stopped him.
38-year-old Nicholas Gali was arrested for DUI and vehicular battery. He's currently on active parole. The people inside the building received minor injuries. Now let's get a check of our weather with meteorologist Scott Munt. A cold and windy start to the day, Scott.
Yeah, we're looking at wind chills. I'm glad you brought that up. But wind chills in the minus teens and minus 20s across eastern South Dakota this morning, as our actual air temperatures are in the single digits on either side of zero. And don't expect a warm up during the day either. We already hit our high temperatures in many locations. We'll try to hit the single digits, maybe lower teens across eastern KELOLAND, but 20s in western South Dakota where we have snow for Rapid City and the Black Hills. Brian will have more details on your forecast coming up.
Thank you, Scott. A new restaurant has opened up in the small town of Worthing, South Dakota.
The Taco Vault is located inside a former bank building, and it has more than a dozen unique tacos on the menu.
Think of any sandwich you can get, but put it in a taco. So we have like buffalo chicken, we have like a Philly cheesesteak taco. We just want to be known for having good service, great people, and great food.
The Old Money Vault has been turned into their drink station where they serve craft beers.
And downstairs, there's a whole community space for playing board games or coming to things like trivia night.
Sioux Falls nonprofits are seeing an increase in demand.
At the same time, they've also noticed a decrease in giving, which has left organizations like Feeding South Dakota looking for creative ways to serve more people.
The interesting thing with revenue being down, yes, our program utilization has increased, and so trying to make sure that we have the revenue needed for all of our programs has been interesting. So we've been working really hard to make sure that people know what we have available, especially with things like our year-end match.
Another nonprofit has reported a decrease in donations. The Union Gospel Missions giving is down 30% from this time last year.
The State Theater in downtown Sioux Falls is gearing up for its busiest stretch of the year. The venue typically shows movies every Wednesday through Sunday, but is open daily throughout December, offering a long line of Christmas classics as part of its annual holiday series.
The theater will only get busier as Christmas nears, but the holiday break also means more movies on the schedule.
We are open, on Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, so we'll be announcing that programming shortly, so that's always fun over the Christmas break. Think of us, bring the family, or just swing down for a matinee during that time the kids have off school.
We provided a link with a list of movies, showtimes, and ticket information for the State Theater under this story on KELOLAND.com.
That's a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get another look at your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, as we watch the weather today, well, we definitely have that cold air around in eastern KELOLAND. Temperatures holding in the single digits, just really not budging a whole lot. You factor in the wind. Wind chills are going to be below zero pretty much all day today in the east. We do have this little bit of snow. Now, of course, in the plains of South Dakota, it's been enough of a coating of snow to create some slippery travel. Road updates are out there on portions of Interstate 90 as partially snow-packed and slippery, so make sure you're budgeting time to drive in those conditions and just being aware of it. And then a winter weather advisory for the northern Black Hills. That is set to expire at 6 o'clock local time this evening. Then tonight may be the coldest night of the season for some of us in eastern Kettle Sioux Falls, we're projecting about 0. We'll see. We might even drop a little below 0 by daybreak. And then on top of that, well, this conversation about a little light snow is not done. There's a little ribbon of that coming back from northwest South Dakota. This little streak of snow is going to be in combination with some pretty cold air at the surface. And so we oftentimes refer to these kind of snows as they're a nuisance, but they definitely can create some greasy spots, some extra slippery conditions in town and spots where shelter belts might protect it from blowing off from the side of the road. So just kind of keep that in mind as we get into Thursday. We've got a few of those things to iron out there. On top of all of that, we do have some warming temperatures trying to come our way for the weekend, and then that's going to help breed the next weather story, which I'll get to in a second. Let's look at wind chills. Again today, -5 to -15, pretty common. I would expect tonight, not a lot of difference on the wind chill, but the air temperature will drop. So that's what we have to watch tomorrow morning. And during the day on Thursday, just slow recovery. Honestly, there's nothing on that map very warm for feels like temperatures. Even Friday morning, we're still probably sub-0 until we get to the afternoon. Now, at that point in the forecast, we start to warm, but comes with a catch. We've got a system coming up from the south out of Nebraska and Iowa. That's going to spread probably initially some snow, but as temperatures warm aloft, could convert to some freezing rain or sleet. We still don't have an exact map on, how much of that we're going to get. I expect it'll probably be enough for some sort of a winter weather advisory. So for Friday night, Saturday morning, kind of keep that in mind that there'll be some things to watch. Temperatures eventually could turn warm enough to even convert to all rain just to the south of Sioux Falls. So again, that's kind of a fast mover, not a huge storm, but it's enough that could get us talking about the weather a little bit. Now, factoring that into our 7-day, temperatures Saturday, Sunday, see how that warms into the 30s. So eventually we'll come out of that above freezing and melt anything that we get. It could easily be 40 by Sunday. Even Aberdeen in the northeast, if we get touched by that system Friday night, probably more snow than anything else, light snow, and then it's in the 30s. So that's respectable for Saturday and Sunday. There is another system Monday, believe it or not, that could provide us with some accumulating snow. That's a little early to get to yet, but just to let you know that the weather is not completely quiet. We've got a few ups and downs on temperatures. Obviously, the weekend will warm up in Rapid City. We might even hit 50 on Sunday before that next front arrives Monday. Check out more details about the weather online at kettleland.com.